is our little showroom that we have. We have cranks and our cams and our heads display for apparel.
Which is normally stuff you guys bring at PRI and everything
Correct.
else.
So we kind of use these on these carts whenever we go to LS Fest or PRI. We'll just load them in the trailer, throw them out, and then we'll be good. So keep everything on the carts. So when we get there, we don't even do anything else besides mess with the race cars or talk to customers.
I was actually looking at LS Fest rules for this year to see what their drag racing classes look like.
Yeah.
Since I'll have an LS again to try.
Just don't go to LS Fest, Texas, man.
Man, it doesn't. The bad thing is if they got rid of Big Tire. Big Tire paid so good for just 2 cars.
Yeah.
Because it was like $1,500
It
for
was.
Friday night, $2,500 for Saturday. And we just had to race one guy.
But then you gotta still go to somebody else's
Yeah,
race?
we went to Enos back at the track. So we won 4 events in 24 hours.
Yeah. So it was worth it.
I know, right? Yeah, that's my
it was
week.
awesome, but then I couldn't really put anything about it online because I was in Facebook jail. So I was on Facebook jail for all of my accounts.
Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
Don't have to worry about that no more, it looks like, though.
Yeah.
All that policing got a lot easier.
Yeah. So this is gonna be our sales department, our customer service department.
Okay.
A lot of the guys that work here work remote from home. A lot of them work out of the state.
Okay.
So we really don't have a lot of people here on the sales department.
Yeah.
And of course, our customer department right here, Danette, she's on our main customer service. But yeah, this will be our customer service side, and then on the other side will be our sales guys.
Got it.
And then this is our machine shop.
Oh, nice, where everything goes on.
Yep. So we kind of have everything spread apart. So on one side of the building, we'll do all our cylinder heads. The middle of the building, we'll do our blocks, our balancing, and then our engine room. And then on the far left, we'll do all our cam department side.
Gotcha. So it's all inside this.
Correct.
4
And
walls right
then
here.
We still have we own the building next door.
Okay.
So if we need to expand, we still have the room to expand.
Gotcha.
So we kind of ran out whenever we were at the other building down the street. And when we built this, we're like, we're not going to fill this up. But in a couple months, we fill this up pretty quick, pretty fast.
Yeah.
So we're like, yeah, so we have the other building, like I said, so if we need to expand some more, we'll expand.
So what do you do here?
Man, I do a lot. I do drive the race cars. That's always fun. I work on the race cars. That's always fun. Event coordinator, sales, help out with sponsorship, pretty much whatever they need. So they want me to go hand up waters down the street, I go hand up waters.
Then Andre's been over here quiet getting his morning
I'm the
Gojo
background guy.
juice.
Yeah.
I just hang out in the background and make stuff happen.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I pretty much do. I jump around a lot.
Yeah.
That's always fun.
Then we got the idea board over here, it looks like.
Yeah. That's our complaint board. So we get bored, we put it right on there. Like I said, we have different sides of the building. So on this side, we'll do all our head departments. So of course, right here, they'll check the valves, make sure everything seals, whenever they put them together. We'll put the intakes together, check for valve leaks or anything like that. And then on these machines right here, the VSs, this is where we do our retainers. So
Okay.
whenever all our retainers are made in-house.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I didn't know that part.
Yeah. So whenever we get them, they come in this big rod, titanium rod. I'm about to show you right here. This rod right here, you want to feel it. It's all titanium.
That's probably about 5 pounds.
Yeah. So we'll put like a couple here, like maybe 3 or 4 during the day, and then from there it'll just keep on rotating different bars, and then get cut. And whenever they get cut from that bar, we can like this. Of course, our retainer will come out. So we're doing from different sizes for LSs, LS7s, LS3s, or Hemis, or Coyotes, or LTs.
Nice.
We'll do all in-house.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And then our D1, D2, and D3, those are all the ones that we do our head work on. So whenever we get them in the casting from a manufacturer in California. So when we get them, of course, well, D1, D2, they all have a different purpose on each one they do. So like the D1, pretty much start all the bolt holes and start cutting them out, and then from there we'll put the guides in. And then after that, they'll go to D2 to do like the intake port, the exhaust port, and then D3 kind of finish it out.
Gotcha.
So, and I think we get them in casting, this is how we'll get them. So right here, you can see this is a LS1 style. So,
Looks like it's made of foam.
yeah. So whenever we get them, of course we have these clamps right here, they'll clamp on. And then like I said, the D1 will go in there and start doing the bolt holes for like the rocker pedestals and stuff like that. And then after that, they'll come over here. And Jacob, you actually see he has a guide. So what he's gonna do when he gets done, he's gonna put the guide in.
Gonna start hammering it.
I wanna walk in here. And then it's gonna land.
He ain't been around a ProCharger before. That is quiet.
I'll go ahead and put the guides in, and then from there they'll go to D2 and do some more machining.
Nice.
So out of all of these right here, these three, the D3 is the coolest one. Because the D3, we also do our intakes and our heads at the same time. So we come around this corner, you're gonna see there's gonna be some on top. We call those our pallets that are on top.
Okay.
Pallets, we'll go ahead and put our heads on it, and then we'll put our intakes on it. And then from there, just like how we do our retainer through the night, the D3 will do the same thing, we'll rotate them. So we'll do our intakes, and then we'll do our heads, and they'll just keep on going back and forth until they're done. And then in the morning, they'll come back in, load everything back up, keep on doing the same process over again.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I didn't realize you handled this much of the final assembly in-house.
Yeah, we do a lot in-house. A lot of people think we don't, but we do. We do a lot in-house.
Yeah.
So
A lot of ability to make adjustments quickly.
Of course.
You know, if you have updates you want to do.
Yeah, so after so many batches, we'll actually pull one head out, and then we'll take it to our R&D area, and then get everything tested, make sure all the bolt holes are lined up, nothing has moved in the machine. So if they did, then we'll go in there, make some adjustments, and we're good to go.
Very cool.
Yeah. So, and over here, of course, we have our heads, and then our intake, and we do our Titan LS1s, our LS3s, LS7s, our Coyotes, our shoe in the market are getting developed. We do our Godzilla intakes, so everything gets all machined here now.
Do you have one of these on your car?
Huh?
You don't have one of these on your car yet?
I do not have one of these. Are they heavy?
No, they're not that pretty
light.
What do you think? You think it flows better than a Holley High Ram?
For boost, no. But if a Holley High Ram was, if we were doing NA, I would go with a, high ram because it's a longer runner. But with the plenum being so much more volume for boost, I don't know what you're doing with this 5.3, but if you're doing it with a lot of volume, a lot of air, our Titan will work pretty good.
So Holley has almost a run count cap on their intakes before this thing self-ejects.
Really?
Look, I ejected
You
one.
haven't ever seen it, have you?
No.
Oh, I've seen like 4 of the Holley High Rams just go boom, blow in half.
Look, I'll be honest, I've done it maybe once or twice, but that's because it saw about 85 pounds on accident.
On your Titan or your
On
Holley?
my Titan. So
I mean, that feels pretty thick.
they're pretty thick. They're not no small casting or anything like that. So
That is a very, very wide footprint.
yes, and for me to break them, it's pretty impressive.
So pretty much we gotta get you one.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Done deal.
So I start getting smart enough now where I put a burst panel.
Okay. Yeah. I've got one that I can weld on too.
Yeah, so I won't have that issue anymore.
There you go.
But it does happen.
85 pounds?
Yeah.
Why 85
I
pounds?
don't think it saw 85 pounds. I think with the explosion, it
spiked
spiked. Yeah. Because on the fuel tech, it reads off the
Yeah. Did you go lean and backfire or drop a valve or what?
I dropped the valve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll do it.
Yeah. So right here on DC floors, that's the machine. As you can see right here, we pretty much set them in as a set, and they leave as a set. So
Yeah, let's say you're doing a whole motor right now.
Yeah, so they don't really get mixed up. Like people are like, oh, I got an LS1 head and an LS3. How does that happen? Like, I don't know. But here, we do everything together as a pair, and they go through the whole process as a pair, and they leave as a pair.
Okay,
So
all right.
there won't be no mix up in anything like with ports or bolt holes or anything like that. They're all the same.
Very cool.
Yeah. So, and then whenever customers want to call in, like, hey, I got my stock LS3 heads that want to get ported on these Haas machines, that's when they'll do all the GM heads that we bring in. Before they used to do all our aftermarket heads on these, but now we have all these new machines. We just use these all for the GM stuff.
Gotcha.
So they still get the same porting services as our aftermarket heads do. So this will be all our GM size punched together.
So what do you move more of? The PRCs or the factory ported ones now?
It really depends. It's always off and on. We'll do a lot with the aftermarket heads, but you know, towards the end of the year when the money's not as good, like income tax time, like around this area, we'll start getting busy with the aftermarket heads because people have money to buy.
Yeah.
But towards the end, we're like, hey, I'll just send my heads in to get ported, and that's what we do. So it's always off and on. It's a roller coaster. But you see over here.
Yeah, we're cutting seats and
cutting seats in and everything, different sizes. Yeah, I know we hear jump up back and forth all the time.
I'll say we just saw him ram a bunch of guys in.
Yep, now he's in the seat. So over here, they'll get transferred over here to the assembly area. Or you can see they're checking the valves and everything over here. And then this little area right here is where we put all our intakes together, put them all down. Chris right here is one of our dealers from R&D, checking grease pressure.
Yeah.
So I think right now we're building a Hemi for Booster Lucky. So he's just checking everything on that before you can send that one out and put it on the dyno. So.
Is your guys' Hemi and Godzilla market catching up to the LS market?
The Hemi is catching up. Yeah, the Godzilla, it's kind of hit and miss. Not a lot of people are using it at the moment, but I said in a couple more years, the Godzilla is going to shoot up, just like how the LS did.
Yeah.
But right now, a Hemi already passed that.
You're doing a lot of Coyote?
We're doing a lot of short blocks, but right now, like the top end, we're not really doing a lot of, but the short block, yeah, it's real busy. It's keeping up with the LS.
I'm sure probably in the future we'll probably do long block Coyotes because we've been getting a lot of requests on it.
Yeah.
But like we have a few short blocks like Midnight Performance, Velocity, they got a few short blocks from us. You'll see it in a few of their trucks.
So after all the heads get ported, we still go in and port the intake ports by hand, the exhaust ports by hand.
Okay.
So you still get that good flow of air. And there's no brittle, sharp edges or anything like that. So you pretty much go in there, port some, see right there, and then deburr everything. So.
Yeah, just a final QC check there.
Correct. Yes.
Nice.
So this will be our block department. He's honing over here. We'll cut our sleeves out over here, and then we'll put our new sleeves in. Like in your block, we actually put darting sleeves, and you already know what a darting sleeve looks like. But the people out there that don't, whenever we talk about re-sleeving a block, this is what we're talking about.
I was gonna say I got on there and the price difference to do the sleeves wasn't that much different.
No.
On the side.
Nope. It works out a lot. You throw a lot more power at them.
Yeah.
Especially if you fill the block up or anything like that. But whenever we cut out a sleeve, we'll cut out the stock sleeve out of LS, and then from there we'll drop the darting sleeve or the power bore sleeve, and then they have these locks where they'll lock in together, so they won't be turning or moving it around. But that's pretty much whenever we do a re-sleeving, that's how it'll be.
Nice.
As you can see right here, we're doing some Coyotes right now. So this is the aftermarket sleeve right here for a customer. So what they'll do is they'll go in, they'll cut the sleeve out of the GM block, and then from there we'll heat the block up and freeze the sleeves, and then from there we'll drop them in and then put a plate on top, bolt it down, and let it sit for a couple hours, let them sit, and then from there take them back out, and then whatever piston you have, whatever bore, we'll go back in, we'll bore it out, and then from there we'll go through all the machines, some honing and all that.
Nice.
So, and then let me see if I show you one right here.
Make sure that you're staying kind of close to it.
See, on this one, it's actually grind right here, decking the block right now. So yeah, we pretty much do everything here in-house. And when I was talking about whenever we heat up the block, we'll put the block in this oven for a couple of hours, let it get hot, and then we'll bring it out, we'll put the sleeves in, then we'll put those plates, whatever motor it is, we'll have different plates for them. We'll set the plates in, lock them in place, let them sit for a couple hours, cool down, and we'll bring them out, and then like I said, we'll go back to the machining. You see George right here is putting some new cam bearings in that dart.
Yeah, dart aluminum block.
Mm-hmm. They're getting popular, a lot of people want them.
Yeah. What do you think is the best aluminum block out there for big towers?
Man, it all depends. The LSR blocks are really good. The dark blocks are really, really good. But like, if you want something with an aluminum block and a lot of power, like a billet one, like a Noonan block, that's a different play level.
The Noonan looks nice.
Yeah, it does. So, but if I had to pick between a dart or LSR, I think I'll 100% pick a dart over LSR. So, and then all this stuff right here is going to be our R&D area.
Okay.
So pretty much we're testing new valve seats and different design heads. Like we're working on the 10-degree head right now.
Okay.
Of course, some breakdown on some heavy stuff. A probe to 3D, not 3D print, but to scan our products and see whatever we need to change.
I got you.
And then we have our engine dyno over here, and then also our spintron. There was a video out there a while back saying that there are some companies that really don't use a spintron. Well, we use a spintron.
Yeah, I didn't even know you guys had a spintron.
Yeah, we have a spintron.
Got a lot of 3D printed intakes over here.
Yeah, some undercover stuff. We have our Hemi, our Godzilla stuff. Of course, we got our high ram, Titan stuff, our low ram. So, and we have a 3D little ProCharger right here for test fitting.
Look at that little guy.
Yeah. So, yeah, we're trying to get in the market of everything right now. We're looking more into the Hemi side of stuff because right now they're getting so popular. Yeah. And people are asking for them, so we're kind of digging into the Hemi stuff right now. So, you see Jaden right here. You have a Hemi right here.
You got a lot going on in this little space.
Yeah. I told you when we first came over, we were like, oh, we have a lot of room, but now after we got everything in and trying to do more stuff, we're like, oh, we're running out of a lot of stuff.
How long have you guys been in this building?
So we've been in this building for, I'd say, 3.5 years. 3.5 years? Yeah. And then Texas Speed started in Gerald, that's down the road, and they moved over here to Georgetown. So in this area, they've been here, I think, between 11 or 12 years.
Okay. And how long have you been with them?
I've been with Texas Speed for 7 years. 7 years? Yeah, 7 years. Yeah, I started from polishing cams to balancing cranks to doing a little bit of sales, pretty much just jumping around everywhere.
Man, that intake on that Hemi, that ends up being a tall combo.
Yeah. That combo right there should at least make around 2,000. That's a dart block.
Really? Yeah, I saw that Dart just came out with those.
Yeah.
No, that's good.
Now they're doing a lot of R&D stuff on some new products.
Right now, that's about the size of my whole new shop right now.
So, of course, like I said, Jaden right here is getting everything ready to get this one running and going. I want you to do this lucky smell of the fact. We're our influencers on the Hemi side.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So it's gonna be, that one's a dark Hemi block. Like I said, it's gonna make around 2,000 horsepower.
You know something cool I saw Luis talking about with the FT700 was having data log channels fast enough to monitor cylinder pressure sensors.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You ever looked at the combustion process pressures?
No, not.
So you can use that to determine like timing and all kinds of stuff in there. Oh, this is a spintron.
This is our spintron room.
Holy crap.
Yeah. So we kind of keep it away from everybody because, like I said, you can run a spintron for hours. And, you know, last time we had it out here in the big shop and running at 5,000 RPM for a couple hours, it kind of got annoying for everybody.
Yeah, I've watched some of V3 or 3V's videos, and I mean, it sounds loud.
Yeah, it is pretty loud. But it's not like a crazy loud, it's like more of a humming, annoying sound. But like I said, we'll run this thing for a day or two with the same RPM. We'll just go over there and then we'll take out the cam, check it out, and then just redesign the cam and stuff like that. So
yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So spintron, for those that haven't seen any spintron information, you take a mock-up block, put a hole in it, you run cameras, laser position sensors, and all kinds of stuff. And you guys can monitor temperature of valve springs and retainers and everything there. You can watch for spring stability. And then you get to map all of that compared to your camshaft data and see how the control difference is between the actual valve movement is versus the lobe that you programmed for it, and see how it does. So
there's a lot of math into it.
Cool camera and everything that monitors all that information. So
yeah. So it's pretty high tech over here.
Yeah, that's cool. I did not know that you guys had one.
Yeah.
Oh, we shut a light off in there?
No, it'll turn off. Okay. It's all motion.
It's all fancy.
Even our cams, a lot of people think that we get our cams from outsourced, but we actually grind everything in-house.
Oh, really? So you get your own blank cam cores?
Correct. So we offer them in 5150s, would be the black cores that everybody will see mostly. or we do the 8620s, are going to be the copper core.
Okay.
So.
And which one's better and why?
The 8620, I can't really say why, because honestly, I don't even know why. But they said that the 8620, the copper core will hold the power a lot better. Not the power, but the heat and the stress.
Okay.
Over the 5150.
So a little bit better like in a road course or high endurance.
Like a high RPM for a long term time, like,
like a
say
boat.
NASCAR or something.
NASCAR boat.
Yeah. So whenever we get our cam cores, this is how they come. They're
It's like a 3/4 race cam from a small block, man.
Yeah. So they're not cut, they're not, nothing's to them. Like I said, we do have different sizes of the journals, but depending on what cam we're going to be using, you know, we'll go ahead and pull them out.
Yeah, so you got different base circles depending on what you're going to run on the
exactly.
grind. Got it.
So from there, like I said, we'll get them raw like this, and then from there they'll go into our cam machine and then get cut.
Wow, so these are all blanks.
Yeah, they're all blanks. And actually, we just got another shipping on the way too. So we just got this, but this will be done in a couple of months, and we already have another order coming in.
Oh wow.
So you see Joe right here, he's about to put one in. So this is how pretty much we'll get our big batches in. So right now Joe's gonna put one in, and lock it in. And so there's a grinding wheel on the other side.
Yeah.
And that grinding wheel comes out, it'll go to each lobe and just cut for whatever measurement you need. I don't know if you really can see in here some of it. But yeah, we have, like I said, we got a grinding wheel that will just go to each lobe and cut to whatever spec you want.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So we have a couple of these, and then of course we have Big Berklow right here. This is the OG machine.
Yeah.
That's about to get run up and back to going. She was down for some maintenance, but she's almost done and she'll be back. So when I was talking about grinding wheel, how it works is the grinding wheel will sit right here, or you see right there. The cam will sit in here. Of course, you got your water jet, pull it down, and then from there, this whole machine will go back and forth, and then that disc will just come in and just start cutting to whatever cam specs we want. And then on this machine over here is our polishing machine. So before we used to polish them by hand, you can see on one of those. So we used to knock a cam out in, let's just say, between 10 and 12 minutes on polishing the cam. But now on this new machine, we could knock it out in between 2 and 3 minutes.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So you got 4 belts in here, or to go to each section of the cam. You actually can see right now how it's working.
Oh yeah, we gotta go. It's like a giant typewriter.
Yeah. And from there, it'll just transfer over to the other section of the cam and polish that, and then be done with it.
So you do this with your LS, LT, and Hemi cams?
Correct. Yeah. They all get the same process.
That's pretty cool. That's I mean, I didn't really know you guys did this much in-house. I can't get over that.
Yeah, we know. We do a lot in-house. That's how we keep up with so much volume that everybody puts out.
Well, I mean, it's nice, especially if you're cutting your own cams. I mean, you can
Make some
test
changes.
it,
Yep.
and kick it right over. That's pretty awesome.
And this is pretty much our testing room, or our laser at the back of the cams.
Okay. Got it. So you got your little cam doctor.
Yeah. So after they get grinded, polished, and washed, they'll come in here for that's assembled. So what he's gonna do right here is gonna put the cam specs and then laser it on, and then from there they go in the bag, sealed up, put it in a box, put it on the shelf.
Makes it really nice, especially when you got somebody going in, fixing a job that somebody else has done, and you can pull the cam out and be like, hey, that's exactly what
I want it.
the information we need to see in there.
So like with different companies with different logos, they ask like, hey, can you start putting our logos on the cam? Or hey, I want a custom grind cam, I don't want the specs, or I want to put something dumb on it.
Yeah.
They'll go ahead and tell us what they want, or send in their logo, and then we'll go from there, we'll laser it in.
Gotcha.
So
this is why you guys are able to pump out all kinds of different camshaft grinds and names so fast, like Angry Elf and Chopacabra, or anything really. So
DFD cam.
yeah.
So whenever I was talking about when we test our different heads, we'll pull like one out of a batch.
Yeah.
We'll go over here and we'll test them out, and we do the same thing with our cams. After so many batches we'll do, we'll pull one out, we'll test it. You see it has this ball journal right here that will just go through each lobe. We'll test it out, make sure everything's 100% still. And then from there, everything's good. Then we'll just keep on running them. If something needs to be changed, we'll go ahead and change them out.
Yeah.
Same thing with our heads. This is all granite. So the baby right here is solid. It's not going to move. It doesn't.
Right.
There's no vibration or anything like that. So you have these dials up here, and then from there, it'll switch to different dials. And then, of course, we're going to check each bolt hole, intake port, exhaust port,
Gotcha.
guides, make sure everything's 100%.
So this little machine, a little finger of it, it's going to run that into the walls of everything just to make sure it matches the calibrated
Program.
spec you wanted.
Correct. So, like I said, after so many matches, we'll pull a head off or a set, test them, and then everything goes good. Go ahead and keep on running them.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's a lot of quality control all in one space.
And of course, we have our balancing area over here. So if you don't know how everything works, most likely you do, but you're YouTube followers back there. So whenever you balance the crank, you want to make sure you want to get the same weight as the rod and piston. So from here, we'll measure the rod out, we'll measure out the piston, we'll get the weight, the bob weight, and then from here, we'll switch out, we'll add weight or take out weight, and we'll use this as the bob weight, and we'll put them on the crank and then spin it, and then see if we need to drill out or add weight, whatever we got to do. That's how we're going to test the crank to make sure it gets balanced 100%.
Gotcha. And you have 3 balancing machines in here?
Yeah.
You guys are slinging a lot of cranks.
Yeah, a lot. So, and then Zach right here is our main guy here. So what he's doing right now, he's about to polish the crank, and he already got done welding them.
Okay, so you welded the heavy metal in there.
Yeah. So whenever we send our cranks out, a lot of people don't use on the reluctors. Whenever they get them balanced, they don't weld the reluctor on. So what will happen towards the end, like higher RPM motors, they start coming apart or moving or twist from the crank, and then the cam sensor is not going to read it right.
Right.
And just messes everything up. So what we do here, we'll clean everything up, and then we'll actually weld our reluctors right here in this corner area.
Okay.
So we'll weld this area, and then from there we'll measure out the tolerance, make sure everything's in tolerance, and from there box it up, ready to go.
So I actually had a Molnar 4-inch stroke crankshaft in that 360 I built a few years ago, and I assumed the reluctor was welded. It was not, and it actually would retard the timing 4 to 6 degrees every pass I made. I ended up having to put a 38-degree timing offset in it by the time I figured it out, just to get the car to be competitive. And yeah, pulled that motor apart, pulled the reluctor off, welded it up.
Stop the problem.
Yeah. So we'll look away.
Don't blind anybody.
Each crank that we send out, 100% gets welded out, so we won't have any issues like that.
Yeah, that's awesome. So you even do that with the, well, I mean, I guess all your cranks are TSP.
Yeah, we'll always use TSP, we'll use darts, whatever crank the customer wants to use, we'll use.
Okay.
So what we're doing too on like the 24X reluctors, on like GM ones, you know how they get spread apart?
Yeah.
So what we'll do is we'll go in and we'll tack weld on the hose,
yeah,
so they won't spread.
Okay.
So that's just one less thing that could happen when it's in the motor and all that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's what we're doing this side. Like what Justin's doing over here, all our roller rocker tips, like our LS7s and LT, they'll go over here and get made. Our tuning upgrades too, they'll be all in this area. But right now, what he's doing, he's taking the old ones out and putting the new ones in.
Pressing them out.
Yeah. So, but all our, in-house rocker roller tips will get made in-house.
Cool.
So this is going to be our assembly room for our engine.
Okay, it's a clean room.
Yeah, this is the clean room, the quiet room. So yeah, you got Baddy right here with all the short blocks.
How's it
You
going?
got Paul over there. He's actually the one that put your short block.
Yeah.
Paul's the one that put your short block together, so if something fucks up, that's on his ass. Yeah. And he's a Ford guy, so he might did something. I don't know. So
faster.
Yeah, maybe faster.
Put a signature in there somewhere like shit slow.
Yeah. And then we have another engine guy that is Pope, Mr. Pope. He's our engine builder leader. He's not here today, but that's on his side. He pretty much does all the long blocks. Bandy and Paul right here will do all the short blocks, put them together. So, but yeah, man, this is our engine room. How many do you say we get a week?
A week? I mean, it all depends.
Short blocks, I guess you could
Short
say.
blocks, probably like 15 a week.
Yeah.
Last year we did about 650 engines.
Yeah.
Wow.
So they go in and out pretty quick.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean, but by the time it comes here, you know, all we got to do, at least for short blocks, is do rod bearing clearances, put them together, cut rings, but all the machining, everything's done out there, checked and triple checked. So, I mean, it's pretty straightforward at this point. So, yeah, so we're assembling them at this point, you know. Pretty straightforward, and I mean, we've been doing it for what, 22 years now. So the process is ironed in.
Very
you know what I mean?
streamlined.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly.
but yeah, this is our engine room.
That's pretty cool. Tools, holding your rings and everything, and
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it's not a big place where there's like 6 or 7 guys putting their hands in one motor. It's kind of all spread apart.
right, yeah, everybody's got their job.
Yep.
QC's checked and triple checked on everything, and then
So right now we're going to go to the shipping area, and I'll show y'all the shipping area.
Okay.
How much product we have. So all this is going to be our can department side and our head department side. So you will see we're out of a lot of heads right now because we can't even keep them in stock. But like I said, our can department, our head department, all going to be on this side, and then you're going to have our rods, our cranks on one side. This is definitely going to be right here. So we got cranks on this side, you got rods over here, you got some more rods down there. Our exhaust systems are down here, oil pumps, pretty much everything you need to do to start an LS build from start to finish, to get everything here in-house.
yeah, I don't want to hear Cali's out of stock on anything.
Yeah, honestly, it's kind of hard to get Calis, like the Magnum cranks and stuff like that, because they take so long to get them. So whenever we get them like in bulks. But as soon as we get them, they're already sold.
Do you do any repairs?
On like a customer build?
Yeah.
No, because the only reason we stay away from that, so like say we like, hey, I want to get my block refreshed up. Well, we don't know what you did with the block. We don't know how much you pushed it, or there's a crack in it. So when we get it, we start machining it and we find a crack, we can't give it to you back like that. So we're gonna have to eat the cost, get you a new block and stuff like that. But to save the hassle and the headache, we just don't take customer blocks in like that. But if it's one of our blocks that we built, of course we'll take them in, we'll look at them, refresh them, whatever we need to do to get you back on the road. But
more reliable and cost effective to stay new.
Yes, correct. So, and of course you got our pallet clutches, our balancers. We have some Holley AFI harnesses in here, and on this side right here.
Which I see you guys add new product all the time.
Yes, we're getting to like the summit. I guess you could say we keep on adding more stuff on our website to add. We got a couple of fuel tanks right here, and all on this side will be our short blocks and long block.
Okay.
Stock, like our Brawler series that we keep in stock.
Yeah.
And then we'll have some Coyotes back here on top. Of course, we're running out, but we're gonna keep everything in stock. It's gonna be over here.
Gotcha.
So, and I believe your block is over here somewhere. Let's find it now. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
This it in the middle?
This might be it.
Nope, it's getting ready to leave.
Is that his?
Maybe.
Maybe?
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. This is your little short block.
Oh, cool. We're gonna do neat things with it.
Yeah.
You have
Like, fuck up all-wheel
LS7
drive.
heads or LS?
I have a Brodix BR7 head, LS7 head.
That's gonna be LS7
Okay.
intake.
LS7 intake.
Yeah.
Same
Make
one
sure he
as
gets
yours?
the, yes. No, I got an LS3. Yeah.
SR7?
But yeah, he's gonna need the Titan LS7, but the Dash 10 free rails.
Okay. Same style intake as yours,
Correct.
though, right?
Yeah. But yeah, that's your baby.
Sweet.
So all you all-wheel drive guys out there, y'all better watch out.
And we got dual keyways on it, so we'll even be able to keep the old ProCharger spinning.
Mm-hmm. Just in case you want to switch back and forth,
Yeah.
be ready.
I don't-
say when it does come out, whatever you put in on it, they're not gonna expect it.
No.
I'll tell you that.
No, no one expects nitrous, guys.
Yeah.
I don't know why no one believes me.
So, Manuel, Cleetus, and all y'all, when y'all see this, y'all don't be scared. It's just a stock 5.3 block, all right? So, just a heads up.
That's
GM
it.
block. So y'all don't be too scared. It's not no big block. It's not no.
It's not a dart block.
Yeah.
We got our barbell in there already.
Yeah. It's not even a metal one. It's pretty much a plastic one.
Yeah.
So don't be too scared, guys.
Don't be too scared. Big operation.
Yeah. If we don't have it in stock, we damn sure will get it drop shipped to you.
You guys got AC during the summertime?
Yep.
So you keep everything climate controlled and low humidity and
You see, we just put AC in here because during summer it got hot in here, and then a lot of guys were getting mad because the machine shop has AC. So
Yeah.
so we had to put AC in here too.
Well, I mean,
So
climate.
now everybody's happy.
Yeah, but no, I mean, climate control helps. You know,
Oh, of course,
products
with
on the
rust
shelf,
all
and
that, yeah.
it's always a good thing.
Yep. So yeah, that's the whole Texas Speed.
What's all this? A bunch of fittings too?
Fittings. We offer fittings and hoses. So we do that. We got AN tools, ratchets and stuff like that. Yeah, man,
Yeah,
that's the whole Texas Speed.
That's pretty cool.
Pretty cool. You hear that, Task Woods? Pretty cool. She made a video and I kept on saying pretty cool.
Yeah?
I said it maybe like 50 times during the video.
And here I'm saying it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So if I said it, Ryan says it, it's pretty cool. So, yeah, man, that's it.
That's it. Very cool.
It's hard not to say it.
Yeah, now I'm gonna keep saying it. All right. Well, that's it for this walkthrough. We're gonna get loaded up and shake some hands and kiss some babies, and we'll be done.
Yeah.
Come along. See you guys.
Okay.
What kind of L7 head do you have?
We're doing Christmas part 2
Christmas part 2.
for Ryan.
Oh.
Hooking him up a little extra.
Oh, I love Christmas.
Give it to Andrew and he put it on the block. So when we come back here, he'll pick that up.
That's fast.
Because I don't really want to carry that.
You have the trip. Perfect. Well, we joked about doing an intake, but now it's for real. So, Merry Christmas.
It escalated pretty quickly.
Christmas. Yeah, it always happens.
So,
Shit got serious.
We gotta make sure all TSP beauty stuff on
Well, I,
there.
mean, I was gonna say that earlier. The only thing I don't have then is the valve covers, so you can see what the motor looks
Then
like.
you'll have a set of valve covers showing up too.